Guys, how you doing? Hope you're all okay. Well, at the minute it's just not stopping raining. It's just rain all the time. So anyways, with that little moan, today's video is what I've been wanting to do for a long time. Since taking up photography probably about 18 months ago, I quite often post some images on like the social media sites, and you know the feedback's been really positive, and people have been so kind and generous in their comments. But one of the main questions I get asked is, "Oh, Trev, you know your photos are so good, you know, and so nice. How do you get those pictures?" So today's video is about my kind of thought process in what I'm looking for, what I'm kind of trying to achieve by taking the photos I take. Don't always work out like that, I'll be honest. You know, sometimes you kind of get a thought in your head of what it is you want to take, but it doesn't always go to plan. So today's video I'm going to kind of explain my thought process, what I'm looking for when I'm trying to capture an image, and some of the kit that I use. Now, as regards to the kit, first thing is a good old trusty tripod. I don't tend to kind of really go anywhere about that. You know, certainly for long exposure shot you need something that's nice and sturdy, something that's not going to kind of move around too much, especially if it's windy. So that's the first bit of kit that I'll be talking you through. Obviously the other bit is the camera. You can't do much without that. It kind of does all the work for you. So it does it for you. If you're working in manual, you have to sort of set it yourself, but that's all part of the fun of it. The other thing I'll be talking about a little bit is filters. They come in all kinds of shapes and sizes, different manufacturers and all of that, and they do different things as well. So I'll be talking sort of briefly about that, kind of filters that I use. And the other thing I use is a shutter release. And I know you kind of certainly with long exposure you can set it for the 2-second or 10-second thing on the back of your camera, but which I do, you know. But I just, with the shutter release, it just gives me that little bit more control. Certainly things like if you're doing like where you get the waves coming in and out, and you want those streaks in the sand. You know, that just gives you that little bit more control over your shutter. So that's something else I'll be using. Yeah, so for the time being, that's it. The next time you see me will be at a destination, wherever that might be. You have to wait and see. I've got an idea in my head where I want to go. So yeah, I'll leave it there. I'll kind of wrap up for now, and I'll catch up with you in a bit. Okay, morning everybody, hope you're all okay. Well, this is where I'm at. I'm at Sandbanks, probably most famous for some of the most expensive properties in the country. Anyways, I'm here today to show you how I go about getting some of my images. In some ways it's not perfect because it's so misty and grey and there's no colour, but in other ways it's really good. It's really exciting because you see behind me, we've got this groin here with the water coming in around it, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to show you how I go about capturing that image. So the first thing that I look for is the composition. So in a way, you like a composer or an artist or an author, you start off with a blank page, and then what you want to do is you want to fill that with something interesting, something that catches your eye, something you think is going to make a good image. Hello there. Got a new friend here. I haven't got anything for you. No, I haven't got nothing for you. There you go, just made a new friend. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. Blank page, and the idea is to kind of capture something to, if you like, fill that page. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll just show you what I do now, and then we'll go on to the next step. Okay, well the first thing I normally do is I literally just have a look around. So what I'm looking for is what's going to kind of like, I say, make a good image. You've got the elements of the picture, you've got the groin, you've got the sea, and you've got the sand. And at the minute the tide's just coming in, so I'm going to start losing some of the posts there in the ground. So to me, the more the tide comes in, and you can just start seeing the tops of the posts, that makes a nice kind of minimalist shot. So you've got the, well, I don't know what you call it, the, I don't know, just let's call it the long post. I don't know what the proper name for it is. You've got the long post with the metal bit on the top. Now I know that's got a little bit of red in it. Obviously at the minute you can't see it because it's so foggy. And the sea's actually, considering the weather we've had, it's actually really calm. And also you've got the, where the waves going, you get this lovely white kind of foam going back out. So there's two shots you can really get here. One is probably straight on, with the sea coming around it. Probably long exposure, it won't be too bad today, probably about 20 seconds, maybe a bit more, depending. There's literally no light, it's sunrise and there's not, you can't see any light at all. And the other shot would be perhaps coming out from a bit of an angle and getting these waves going out. And as they go out, they leave this kind of streak, as you can see, you probably can't see it because you're too far away, but it leaves this streakiness in the sea. But to get that, you probably want about a second. So what you ought to do, like I say, just look around. I've decided kind of what I want to take. So all it is then is just a case of just looking through the camera and seeing what looks good. So what I'm doing, literally trying all kinds of different things. Now as I can see now, that being more upright, you can get more of the posts in. And if I come at an angle, you can see I can get the posts are sticking out, and I'm also getting the waves going in and out. It's actually looking like a really good shot. It's probably, I don't know, I'm guessing it's going to be black and white, but possibly just a really kind of soft pastel coloured, kind of almost like a green. So that's what I do. Firstly is just look around, get my camera, and then just go from there. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is, as I mentioned before, don't go hardly anywhere without the tripod. So what I'm going to set the tripod up now. And what I want to do is be directly down the middle for the first shot. And I know I want to be high, so I need to get all my legs extended out. Yeah, so what I'm doing, I'm just going to adjust the tripod, the camera, just so I can get that right down the middle of the groin. So what I've got, trying to get it as level as possible. The thing you've got to watch when you come to the beach, a couple of things. One is sea spray, what you're getting on your lens, and the other is sand everywhere. Yeah, so basically that's what I'm doing now. I've just set the tripod up to capture the image that I want to get. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to put the next bit of equipment on. Okay guys, well the next bit of equipment is my shutter release, which just literally just pops in the camera there. So like I said to you in the intro, this just gives me that little bit more control over the shutter, although in actual fact what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it off the self timer, because when you want to get the shots with the waves going out, the 2-second time it just becomes too much. Okay, so let me just show you the composition I've got. Right, I'm not going to walk in front of it because I'll put footprints all over. So this is the composition. So you can see the posts of the groin just heading out. You've got the sea coming in up and around them. You've got the posts there, and this sea is so, I'll tell you what, where the mist is, it's just falling onto the top of the sea there, and it's just all blended in together, and it looks, what to say, the perfect minimalist type shot. Okay guys, what I'll do is I'm just going to talk you quickly through one of the other things that I use. I'll probably, to be honest, not even going to use them today. I might use one, but I certainly won't use the other. And that is these filters. Like I said, they come in all kinds of shapes and sizes. You can get screw-on ones which screw on to your actual lens there. Or you can get the ones that I've got, they come with like a little holder and it takes the filters. So the first one I'm going to show you is this one here. It's, you see that. That is what you call a soft edge graduated filter. And the reason being, if you can see here, this is all dark and this is light. And this is kind of perfect for if you've got a bit of cloud in the sky and you want to bring the cloud out a bit more, like say it's kind of quite, or say you take a picture of the sea and you've got some really nice cloud and you just want to bring the cloud out a bit more, you use one of those, and then what you do is you just kind of you lower it down to the top of the sea, so it's not affecting the actual part of the sea, but you're just enhancing the clouds a bit more. So that's ideal for something like that. The one I use pretty much all the time is this one here. You can see that very well. Hey, get off. Clean over the bag. And this one here is a polarising filter. And it works pretty much like sunglasses. It polarises the sun. Ideal for getting a bit of glare off the water. You know, you could be doing, I don't know, some reflections in some pools or something like that. You whack that on, and you just spin it around, and then it takes some of the glare off, so you can see reflections in the water better. You know, I've pretty much got that on nearly all the time, that one. Now this one here, this is called a neutral density filter, quite often referred to as just an ND filter. Now these generally come in 3 stops, 6 stops, 10 stops, or I think you can get 15 stops. And these are perfect for long exposure shots. So if you want, like today, what I'm going to do in a minute is I'm going to put 3 stop on, because what I want to do is get the groin, which I'll take a picture of, but the water dead flat. And what it does is, as you can probably see, and I'm looking at the wrong bit here, as you can probably see, it's pretty dark.
So this is a 3 stop, so that you can actually see through this one, but you get into a 10 stop, pitch black, and what you have to do then, you have to adjust your shutter speed to, if you're doing 10 stop, quite often you have to go into bulb mode, and you have an exposure for anything from 30 seconds up to about 3 or 4 minutes, depending on the conditions. And let's say perfect for long exposure shots when you want to get that silky smooth kind of effect where you want the water just flattened, or if you just want to adjust the shutter speed, put a 3 stop on. If it's quite bright, you can still get that sort of silky smooth effect, but not completely flat, so you still get a bit of detail in the water. Yeah, so that's the filters. You've got your ND filter, you've got your polarizer for when it's a bit bright, and you've got your ND grad. So yeah, those are kind of the filters that I use to get the effects that I want with the sky, with the sea, all that kind of thing.
Hi guys, sorry to jump in on the video there, but yeah, well, I hope you're enjoying the video first of all. And what I've decided to do is make it into a 2-part, possibly a 3-part, because there's so much information on there that I hope you'll find useful. I didn't want to just keep chopping away and taking bits out just for the sake of getting a sort of 15-minute video out. So yeah, I'm going to split the video down the middle there and put the second part out as quick as I can. So I hope you're enjoying it, and I hope you look forward to the second one. There might be a third one because I might have a go at videoing me editing the photos I take, because that might be quite interesting as well. But I've not done that before, so you might have to kind of bear with me on that one. So anyways, yeah, I'll leave it there, and so thanks for watching the video so far, and yeah, I look forward to catching you on the next one. So yeah, take care of yourselves, and I'll speak to you soon. Cheers, bye.
One of my favourite dogs is coming along behind me now. Tell you what I'm going to do now, I'm going to grab a cup of coffee. That's looking really, really lovely.